Today's Catholic Mass readings and Gospel reflection. Saturday of the 32nd week, November 18, 2023. Dedication of the Basilicas of Saints Peter and Paul, the Apostles. First reading is taken from the Book of Wisdom, chapter 18. Verses 14 to 16. When peaceful stillness compassed everything and the night in its swift course was half spent, your all-powerful word, from heaven's royal throne bounded, a fierce warrior, into the doomed land, bearing the sharp sword of your inexorable decree. And as he alighted, he filled every place with death. He still reached to heaven, while he stood upon the earth. For all creation, in its several kinds, was being made over anew, serving its natural laws, that your children might be preserved unharmed. The cloud overshadowed their camp, and out of what had before been water, dry land was seen emerging. Out of the Red Sea an unimpeded road, and a grassy plain out of the mighty flood. Over this crossed the whole nation sheltered by your hand, after they beheld stupendous wonders. For they ranged about like horses, and bounded about like lambs, praising you, O Lord, their deliverer. Responsorial Psalm. Remember the marvels the Lord has done. A reading from our Holy Gospel according to St. Luke chapter 18. Verses 1 to 8. Jesus told his disciples a parable about the necessity for them to pray always without becoming weary. He said, there was a judge in a certain town who neither feared God nor respected any human being. And a widow in that town used to come to him and say, render a just decision for me against my adversary. For a long time the judge was unwilling, but eventually he thought, while it is true that I neither fear God nor respect any human being, because this widow keeps bothering me, I shall deliver a just decision for her lest she finally come and strike me. The Lord said, pay attention to what the dishonest judge says. Will not God then secure the rights of his chosen ones who call out to him day and night? Will he be slow to answer them? I tell you, he will see to it that justice is done for them speedily. But when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on earth? Reflection from our Holy Gospel. Justice is done for them speedily. The parable of the widow and the dishonest judge pays attention to widows as a class often neglected in Israel. And so the Lord often gave warnings against maltreatment of widows. In the early church, the believers took care of widows, and when there was a complaint that Hellenist widows were being neglected in the daily distribution of bread, deacons were appointed to attend to them. God pledged himself to sustain the widow who hopes in him. In the parable, Jesus points to the widow not as a helpless woman but one who wins over the judge who neither fears God nor respects any human being. Here, Luke is telling the Christians that by persistent prayer justice will eventually come, if not today then, in the eschatological age. Luke encourages all to pray without becoming weary, for God promises that anyone who asks will receive. most especially the good gift of the Holy Spirit. On the other hand, the judge or any human authority must render justice, not simply out of human respect or to be free from vexation, but to be able to face the righteous God.